So you want to be an expert at griefing your friends in Misfitz? As an expert teammate griefer, here are 10 of my favorite strategies. Unnecessarily closing doors. So walk past the door, and right before your teammate walks past the door frame, you want to press the button and they'll just walk into the door like an idiot. The amazing part of this trick is that if you're really skilled, if you practice this a lot, you can counter press the button as they try to open the door on their end, and then it'll just shut on their face as they try to open the door again. Yeah, so if you practice this well, you can make them walk into the door like a dumbass for longer. Activating explosive barrels. This is a classic staple of Misfitz trolling. So as you walk past an explosive barrel, you shoot it at the right time, and your friend will take explosion damage. Now, usually they can just heal up and walk away, or just outright dodge it completely, but don't worry, because the strategy is only get better and better from here. Pushing them away from loot. All you have to do is walk into them while they're standing still trying to pick the item up, and you can steal it for yourself. This is definitely harder to pull off than some of the other strategies on this list, but it's so satisfying when you manage to steal their loot from right underneath their noses. Fake giving gear. When you have really rare gear, you can drop it right in front of your teammate and pick it back up again. It's like that one meme where there's a dude looking into this glass case and there's this like really shiny object that he can't have, but it's right in front of him. You can also throw in a few bag emotes to really rub it in their face that you have this rare piece of gear but they can't touch it. Now this strategy is definitely high risk, high reward because of the randomized drop direction and distance, but it's totally worth it in my opinion. But you know what's better than dangling rare loot in front of someone's face, right out of their reach? Actually giving them the loot, giving them the satisfaction of having this rare gear, and then removing it from them right after. So with this trick, it works best with people that are downed. Just drop the rare gear at them. Sometimes you'll get a kick out of them crawling towards the gear, thinking that they'll be able to keep it, but in the end, they'll inevitably explode and drop the gear on the ground once again. If your ego is really massive, you could do this with live people as well, but naturally the risk is going to be way higher. Fake revives. So in Misfitz, standing near someone while they're downed will fill up this blue ring around them, and once it's completely filled, it'll revive them. So see where this is going. Just step out of the ring right before you complete the revive, and watch them crawl towards you desperately in hopes that you'll actually give them the revive that they want so badly. But you know what's worse than faking a revive? Actually reviving them, but then using the fact that they're low health to endlessly kill them again, and again, and again, making them wish that they were actually dead. Sucking them out of extraction. For this strategy, you'll want to use beat, because we're going to be using our beat ult to suck other players out of the zone right before they can extract. Because this means that they'll have to re-enter the zone and fill it all the way back up again. If they're in your party, make sure you leave it, otherwise it won't actually suck them into your ult. This one does take pretty good timing to work, but when it does work, it's so satisfying, for you at least. Bonus points if the friend is downed while you pull this off and the extraction zone is about to change, leaving them stranded in the middle of nowhere with no hopes of survival. You can actually do something similar with the root power-up, although it's a bit harder to pull off because you need to catch them while they're outside of the zone. Skull emoji. This works for any emote, but I find emojis like this do the most damage for obvious reasons. Think of it as like a multiplier for all the trolling, for all the techniques you've learned up to this point. Emoting on your friend as you grief them is like the cherry on top, you know? The sprinkles. You stole the relic that they were trying to pick up? Skull emote. You slammed a door on their face? Skull emote. You borrowed thousands of dollars from your friend which was going to use that money for their college tuition, but then you spent it gambling for a bunch of virtual pixels? Wait, I kind of get the appeal. Skull emote. Pretty self-explanatory, just grief them and then emote right after to really rub it in their face. Identity fraud. Okay, I gotta stop milking this feature, but it's just so good. Changing your name to someone else's name, like the #1 player's name for extra aura, or changing your name to the CEO's name if you feel like playing Manhunt while everyone else in the server is it. This is all really fun, right? But why is this in the video? That's because changing your identity allows you to commit all these atrocious crimes under someone else's name. All the crimes we've committed, all the people we've hurt, we can just blame it on someone else. It's too easy. Let me know if you guys have any teammate torturing tips because I always want to improve my craft. I'm definitely gonna regret posting this video. I already know people are gonna try this on me. If you want to actually get better at Misfits and be a good teammate, I do have another video that covers general Misfits tips, so you can check that out here if you want to. Or not, just continue trolling all your teammates. Who am I to judge?